Did you know over 1.3 million Australian drivers could lose their licenses under a new law passed in 2025 without ever speeding or drinking? Yes, you heard that right. A brand new set of rules is now in effect, and it's not just targeting reckless drivers. These laws are stricter, smarter, and far more personal than anything we've seen before. Think you're safe because you've never had a ticket? Think again. You could lose your license for something as simple as posting a video on Instagram, forgetting to update a medical condition, or even losing your temper during traffic. And get this, some offenses now apply even off the road, including behavior on public transport. The law uses AI cameras, social media tracking, and even your health records to determine whether you're still fit to drive. That means the rules have changed, and you might already be breaking one without even knowing it. So what exactly is this law? And more importantly, what are the 10 new rules that could cost you your driver's license in 2025? Stick around, because we're breaking them down one by one. And trust me, some of these will shock you. Make sure to watch until the end. Your license may depend on it.
Number 1. The digital distraction crackdown. Let's kick things off with one of the most common mistakes drivers make, and one that now comes with instant license suspension. We're talking about using your phone behind the wheel. You might think, well, I only check it at red lights, or I just glanced at a message. But under the new 2025 Australian road safety law, that excuse won't save you anymore. Here's what's changed. Now, even touching your phone while your engine is on, whether you're moving, stopped at a light, or sitting in traffic, can lead to an automatic loss of license, even for first-time offenders. No more warning, no more leniency. Why the sudden crackdown? Because digital distraction is officially one of the leading causes of road crashes in Australia, responsible for over 22% of fatal collisions in recent years. Studies show that just a 2-second glance at your screen while driving increases your chance of an accident by more than 20 times. And authorities aren't playing around anymore. With AI-powered traffic cameras now monitoring for phone use day and night, you might not even realize you've been caught until a letter arrives telling you your license is gone. So what can you do? The best move is to set your phone to Do Not Disturb while driving mode. Invest in hands-free tech like phone mounts or voice-activated assistants. And most importantly, just leave the phone alone. Because in 2025, even a harmless text could cost you your ability to drive. And that's just the first rule. Wait till you hear what else is now considered a serious offense.
Number 2. Health conditions that can instantly suspend your license. Here's something most drivers never think about, but it could be the easiest way to lose your license under the new 2025 law. Did you know that having a medical condition, even a common one, and not reporting it to the authorities can now lead to immediate suspension of your driver's license? That's right. Under the updated National Fitness to Drive regulations, if you're diagnosed with certain health conditions like epilepsy, sleep apnea, diabetes, vision problems, or even mental health disorders that may affect your reaction time or decision-making, you are now legally required to report it to your state's transport authority. And if you don't, your license can be canceled on the spot. No court hearing, no second chances. Why is this being enforced so strictly? Because recent studies by the Australian Institute of Health and Welfare found a sharp rise in road accidents linked to undiagnosed or unreported medical issues. Some drivers passed out behind the wheel. Others had slow reflexes due to medication. The consequences, deadly. This law aims to stop those accidents before they happen, but it means you have a responsibility to act. So what should you do? If you've been diagnosed with any condition that could affect your driving, or if your doctor advises caution, don't ignore it. Report it, get assessed, and follow the process. You might be placed on a temporary suspension or asked to undergo a medical driving test. Yes, it's a hassle, but it's better than losing your license without warning or risking a serious crash. And here's the kicker. Some people are losing their licenses for not even knowing they had a condition. Scary, right? Let's look at the next rule where even small mistakes can now add up fast. Number 3. Small offenses now add up to big trouble. Think those minor driving mistakes don't really matter? Think again. Under the 2025 road safety reform, Australia has introduced a new rule that lets small infractions stack up and cost you your license faster than ever before. Here's how it works. If you've been caught doing things like driving a few kilometers per hour over the limit, not wearing a seatbelt properly, or even failing to fully stop at a stop sign, those minor infractions now accumulate under a stricter demerit point system. Once you cross a new lower threshold of points, your license can be suspended automatically, and in some cases for up to 6 months, even if none of the offenses seemed serious on their own. The government's reasoning? According to a 2024 report from the National Road Safety Authority, drivers who repeatedly commit small offenses are 4 times more likely to be involved in a serious accident. The logic is simple. Bad habits lead to bad outcomes. This law targets those repeat behaviors, the "I was only a little over the limit" crowd, and turns what used to be a slap on the wrist into a serious consequence. Here's what you can do. Start treating every rule on the road as important. Drive like you're on camera, because with modern enforcement tech, you probably are. Avoid distractions, respect speed limits, even the sneaky ones, and always buckle up properly. Because in 2025, 3 tiny mistakes might cost you your license. Coming up next, a rule that's all about road rage and why losing your cool could mean losing your keys permanently.
Number 4. Road rage can now cost you your license. We've all felt it. Someone cuts you off, tailgates you, or runs a red light. Your blood boils, your heart races, and before you know it, you're honking, shouting, or worse, chasing them down. But under the new 2025 Australian road law, even one outburst of road rage could mean you're walking home, license suspended, no second chances. That's right. For the first time ever, aggressive behavior behind the wheel, even if it doesn't lead to a crash, is now considered a serious traffic offense. That includes yelling at another driver, brake checking, tailgating, or making threatening gestures. And here's the twist. You don't have to be pulled over on the spot. With more and more dash cams, traffic surveillance, and even viral social media videos, authorities can now use video evidence to identify aggressive drivers after the fact and suspend their license without warning. Why the crackdown? According to a 2023 study from the Australian Psychological Society, road rage incidents have increased by over 35% in the past 5 years, and they often escalate into violent confrontations or high-speed chases. Authorities say it's time to treat emotional driving like dangerous driving, because that's exactly what it is. So what's the takeaway? No matter how angry or frustrated you get on the road, stay calm. Take a breath. Let it go. It's not worth risking your license or someone's life. Because in 2025, losing your temper can mean losing your right to drive. And coming up next, a rule that's going viral, literally. You could now lose your license for what you post online. We'd love to hear from you. Which of these new rules do you think goes too far or doesn't go far enough? Let's talk in the comments. If this video helped you, please hit that subscribe button. It's just one click, but it helps us keep creating content that matters. Number 5. Posting reckless driving online can get your license revoked. We live in a world where everything ends up online. And now, your driver's license might be one of the things at risk because of it. Under the new 2025 Australian driving law, posting videos of reckless driving on platforms like TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube can now result in license suspension or cancellation, even if the footage wasn't filmed on public roads. Yes, seriously. Whether it's doing burnouts in a car park, speeding down a country road, or filming yourself driving with one hand while talking to the camera, it can all be used as evidence against you. And the worst part, it doesn't matter when or where the video was posted.
If the authorities find it, they can take action. This rule was introduced in response to a worrying trend: influencers glamorizing dangerous driving, often to gain views or followers. According to the Australian Transport Safety Bureau, there's been a spike in traffic offenses linked to viral driving challenge trends since 2022, especially among young drivers. Now the law is fighting back. Police are actively monitoring social media and even using AI to scan for location tags, license plates, and faces. So even if you blur your number plate or think no one will see this, think again. You can still be tracked down. The solution? It's simple. Don't film or post reckless driving. In fact, don't even be in the car with someone who's doing it. It's not just unsafe. Now it's legally risky. Because in 2025, what you do online can come back to haunt you on the road. Up next, a rule that's laser-focused on safety where it matters most: school zones.
Number 6. Speeding in school zones now comes with automatic suspension. Here's a rule that's all about protecting the most vulnerable on our roads, but it's catching a lot of drivers off guard. As of 2025, speeding more than 30 kilometers per hour over the limit in a school zone can now result in an automatic 6-month license suspension, even if it's your first offense. Let that sink in. One mistake, 6 months off the road. And it doesn't stop there. In some states, drivers could also face hefty fines, double demerit points, and even be forced to complete a driver safety course before getting their license back. Why the strict penalties? Because school zones are supposed to be safe spaces for children, and speeding in these areas has led to dozens of serious injuries and deaths over the past decade. A report by Transport for NSWS revealed that even small increases in speed drastically reduce a child's chance of survival in a crash. In response, the government is taking a zero-tolerance approach, and they're using speed cameras, school patrol officers, and even community reports to catch offenders. The tricky part? Many school zones are time-based, and drivers often forget when they're active, especially in the mornings and afternoons. So, what can you do? Always check the signage, not just for speed limits, but for active hours. Automatically slow down when approaching any school zone, even on weekends, just to be safe. And remember, even a moment of rushing isn't worth 6 months off the road. Because in 2025, speeding near a school doesn't just get you a fine, it could take away your license entirely. Coming up next, a rule that's targeting young drivers with zero tolerance for alcohol.
Number 7. Zero tolerance for P-platers. If you're a P-plater in Australia, listen closely, because this rule is a game changer. Under the 2025 driving law update, provisional drivers, P1 and P2, now face instant license suspension if they're caught driving with any trace of alcohol in their system, even as low as 0.01 BAC. That's right, zero tolerance. One drink, one sip, one mistake, and you're off the road. Previously, some leniency existed around trace amounts due to things like cough syrup or fermented foods. But that's all changed. The new rule is black and white. If you blow anything above 0.00, your license is gone. Why so strict? According to a national road safety report, drivers under 25 make up only 15% of licensed drivers, but are involved in nearly 30% of all alcohol-related crashes. Even small amounts of alcohol can impair judgment, reaction time, and focus, especially in younger, less experienced drivers. The government's goal is clear: zero tolerance means zero risk. Police are ramping up random breath tests near clubs, events, and nightlife areas, especially on weekends and holidays. And don't think, "I'll be fine by morning." Alcohol can stay in your system for up to 12 hours, depending on how much you drink. So what can you do? Don't drive at all if you've had anything to drink, even the night before. Plan ahead, use rideshare, public transport, or stay over. When in doubt, test yourself before you drive.
Because in 2025, being just slightly over the limit isn't close enough. For P-platers, it's game over. Next up, a rule that gives police more power than ever, including drug tests without any warning.
Number 8. Random roadside drug tests. Think drug testing only happens if you look suspicious or get pulled over for erratic driving? Not anymore. Under the 2025 update to Australia's road safety laws, police can now conduct random roadside drug tests without needing any reason or probable cause. That means even if you're driving perfectly, no swerving, no speeding, you could still be pulled over and tested on the spot. And here's the kicker. If you test positive, your license can be suspended immediately, even before your results are confirmed in a lab. The goal? To crack down on the growing number of drug-impaired drivers, especially those under the influence of substances like cannabis, methamphetamine, and prescription medications that impair driving. According to the National Drug Driving Report, drug-related crashes have increased by 17% since 2020, with many drivers unaware that certain legal medications can still make them unfit to drive. So what counts as drug-impaired? Includes recreational drugs, obviously, but also some prescription painkillers, sleep aids, anxiety meds, and even strong antihistamines. Here's what you should do. Always check with your doctor or pharmacist if you're starting a new medication, especially ones that affect your alertness. Never drive if you feel drowsy, dizzy, or out of it. And if you've used any recreational drug, wait the full recommended time or don't drive at all. Because under these new rules, you don't need to be driving poorly to be tested. You just need to be driving. And if you fail, that's your license gone. Coming up next, how AI-powered speed cameras are doing more than just catching speeders. They're watching everything. Number 9. AI speed cameras are watching more than your speed. You probably already know about speed cameras. Slow down, pass them, and you're good, right? Not anymore. As of 2025, Australia's road enforcement system has gotten a major upgrade. Enter the new generation of AI-powered traffic cameras, and they're watching a lot more than just how fast you're going. These advanced cameras are now trained to automatically detect multiple types of driving offenses in real time, including illegal phone use, seatbelt violations, driving without proper lane discipline, unregistered or uninsured vehicles, and even fatigued or distracted driver behavior. And yes, they use artificial intelligence to track all of this at once. Facial recognition, motion detection, license plate scanning, it's all happening while you drive past. Here's the part that's catching people off guard. If the camera detects a serious violation, like using your phone or not wearing a seatbelt properly, the footage can be used to trigger license suspension without you ever interacting with a police officer. No warning, no second chance, just a notice in the mail and your license gone. Authorities say the system is designed to catch people who are, quote, good at hiding bad habits when they think no one's watching. And guess what? Now, someone always is. So what can you do? Treat every drive like you're being monitored, because you probably are. Avoid shortcuts and sloppy habits, like resting the seatbelt under your arm or glancing at your phone. And above all, respect the road rules at all times, not just when you see a cop. Because in 2025, the cameras are smarter, and they don't miss a thing. Coming up next, a rule that's got nothing to do with driving, yet it can still cost you your license.
Number 10. Misbehaving on public transport can now affect your driver's license. Yes, you read that correctly. Under the new 2025 Road and Transport Law overhaul, you can now lose your driver's license for offenses that happen off the road, specifically on public transport. How does that work? The government has introduced a unified transport behavior system, meaning certain offenses on buses, trains, trams, and ferries are now recorded under your overall transport profile.
And if those offenses are considered serious enough, they can impact your driver's license, even if you weren't behind the wheel. Here's what that includes: fare evasion, vandalism or graffiti, aggressive or threatening behavior, assaulting transport staff or passengers. If you're found guilty of any of these, and especially if you're a repeat offender, your license can be suspended or denied renewal under the new rules. In some states, even a single serious offense can lead to immediate license cancellation. Why the sudden change? The goal is to promote respectful and responsible behavior across the entire transport system, not just on the roads. Officials argue that if someone shows consistent disregard for rules and safety on public transport, they shouldn't be trusted to drive a vehicle either. So what can you do? Treat public transport like you're still being judged as a driver. Follow the rules, pay your fare, be respectful, and don't damage property. And remember, your license now depends on your behavior everywhere, not just behind the wheel. This rule has shocked a lot of people, and it shows just how far-reaching the 2025 law really is. Next up, let's wrap it all up and talk about what you can do to protect your license in this new era.
The driving laws in Australia have changed big time. The 2025 reforms aren't just about cracking down on dangerous drivers. They're about reshaping the entire culture of driving and transport behavior. From using your phone at traffic lights to what you post online, or even how you act on a bus, your license is no longer just about what happens on the road. And here's the truth. Most people won't find out about these rules until it's too late. One wrong move, even an accidental one, could leave you without a license for months or longer. But the fact that you've watched this video means you're ahead of the game. You're informed. And more importantly, you now know what to avoid. So what's next? Let's break down exactly what you can do starting today to protect your license, your record, and your future on the road. Because in this new era of AI surveillance, zero tolerance, and tighter laws, being a good driver isn't enough anymore. You have to be a smart one, too. Treat every drive like you're being watched. With AI-powered cameras and mobile enforcement, assume you're always being monitored, because you probably are. Go hands-free, always. Install a proper phone mount, use voice commands, and activate Do Not Disturb while driving mode. Never touch your phone while driving, even at red lights. Know your medications. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about any prescriptions that could affect your alertness. If you're unsure, don't drive. Avoid minor infractions. Rolling through stop signs, light speeding, improper seatbelt use, they all add up under the new system. Drive clean every time. Stay calm behind the wheel. One moment of road rage could cost you your license. Practice deep breathing, patience, and walk away from confrontation. Think before you post. Never share videos of reckless driving or stunts, even in private messages. Authorities are actively monitoring content. If it's illegal, it's evidence. Respect all transport rules, even off the road. On a train, pay your fare. On a bus, be respectful. Under the new system, public transport behavior can affect your driving record. Let me know if you'd like a YouTube title, description, tags, or thumbnail ideas next. If you found this helpful, check out our previous video on AI traffic cameras. It'll blow your mind what they can catch now. We put a ton of effort into making these videos clear, accurate, and valuable, so if you appreciate it, please support us with a quick subscribe. It's just one click, but it means the world to us and helps us keep bringing you the content that keeps you safe and informed. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Reach out to neighbors, carers, or local council staff for clarification. Join community groups or senior clubs where information is regularly shared. Attend free workshops and legal info sessions. Many councils now offer education days or safety workshops, perfect for staying updated on local laws.
These are also a great way to socialize and get support from others in the same boat. Speak up. If a rule feels unfair, raise your voice. Write to your local MP, attend council meetings, or join campaigns pushing for age-inclusive policy reforms. Seniors deserve respect, not punishment for living life as they always have. By staying proactive, informed, and connected, we can all help navigate this new rulebook and protect the dignity and freedom of older Australians. Before you go, which of these rules shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We read every single one. And if you haven't seen our last video, you're missing out. Click it now to stay ahead of even more hidden changes. We pour hours of research and energy into every upload, so if you found this helpful, please support us by hitting that subscribe button. It's just one click, but it means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and stay smart, stay informed.